YouTube, Blogger, Flickr, MySpace, and Facebook. These are all common forms of social media. Social media uses the wisdom of crowds to connect information and people. The form of social media that I'll be presenting today is something very new to me and probably very new to everyone else because it has yet to caught on in Singapore. So what exactly is it? Well, it's called Twitter. In short, Twitter is blogging on a micro scale. Good afternoon, I'm Hui Shan, and today I'll be presenting on Twitter. First, I'll tell you how Twitter began, what exactly is Twitter, why Twitter, the disadvantages of Twitter, and of course my conclusion. So how did Twitter started? Well, what are you doing? This is one of the common questions that we ask friends and families. Even if their answers is having some toilet problems, cooking, eating, or even just being silly with their friends. It is interesting to us and people who care about us. Unfortunately, the day-to-day happening of our lives is hidden from people who care about us. So, we have emails, blogs, and telephones to keep us in the loop. However, it seems kind of mundane and silly for us to send an email to our friends to tell them that we are having a coffee, and she might not need or want to know that. Of course, we have blogs and emails, but day-to-day life happens in between blog posts and emails, so they are not of much use. So what do we do then? Well, this is where Twitter comes in. Twitter allows us to post short bite-sized updates of our lives and allows us to follow updates of our friends. It is like the status update on Facebook, but bigger. It's like a blog, but restricted to 140 words. And just like blogs, which enables two-way communication, Twitter enables feedback by... Wait, can I say something? My laptop has a life of its own. I can't click. I can't control the clicking. It's clicking by itself. So yeah, so sorry about the animation. So like blogs, they have two-way communication. Twitter have replies, enables feedback by ad replies. So why Twitter? Well, the benefits of Twitter can be separated into two levels. The first one, a personal level. So on a personal level, it allows us to keep in touch with friends. And as Twitter is more casual than blogs, Twitter users have no pressure to feel that they have to write something that is larger than life. And they can be more like themselves. Moreover, we can use Twitter as a socializing platform for us to interact with like-minded people so that we can establish consistent and deeper relationship with them. So for future benefits such as job recommendations and testimonials. Moreover, we can also use Twitter as a personal branding device to create a social personality. Many Twitter users actually commented that they actually feel that when they read a professional and serious post on Twitter, they feel that it's actually more personal than when they read the same post on the blog. So this is probably the reason why some US presidential candidates like Barack Obama and ex-candidate John Edwards actually use Twitter as part of their campaigning efforts. Of course, we can read news on Twitter. We can hear about stories before it breaks. For example, the Outram Park shooting incident was actually on Twitter before it was shown on Channel News Asia. Moreover, we can get insights and first-hand stories about stuff like the Yahoo firing. Brian Kernel, an ex-employee of Yahoo, actually have a step-by-step account of his audio via Twitter. This is something that we can't learn or hear about in news and blogs. Similarly, on a business level, we can use Twitter as a business management to create an informal intranet that connects our employees and allows them to interact with each other. So this is especially important for companies with employees who are spread all over the world and across the country. Moreover, we can use Twitter to find prospects by using TweetScan to search for Twitter users who are actually blogging or twittering about your product so that you can actually follow them and actually give them information as and when they need. You can also use Twitter to notify our customers as to when there are new products in and when there are discounts. For example, Dell uses Twitter to promote their 50% off. So social media, Twitter has its disadvantages. The first one, people may not be who they claim to be on Twitter. And a person actually used the name of Seth Godin, a well-known writer, uses the name of Seth Godin on Twitter to generate blogs, to generate traffic to his own blogs. So another would be Twitter is vulnerable to spamming and flooding. Like people, for example, when people we follow on Twitter, they might keep updating their Twitter, abusing it. Every minute when they keep updating their spamming and their Twitter, they'll spam our phones and spam our email web pages, and it can be very irritating and costly. Moreover, instead of making people feel connected with each other, Twitter may actually make us feel left out, and people might be distracted and feel the need to be constantly online to check on feeds so as not to be left out of the loop of what's happening in their friend's life. So, in conclusion, why Twitter? Well, it's simple, free, and convenient. And together with all this benefit, are you ready to join me on Twitter?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I must say, I'm glad you actually mentioned Twitter, because it's a platform I've never really, the value of which I've never really understood at all. Because you mentioned something very interesting. You said, why should I send an email to my friend telling her or him that I'm having a cup of coffee? She may not be interested. Why would you think that she'd be interested if she gets it on Twitter?
The thing with email is, if let's say I'm having a cup of coffee, I don't know who wants to know this, so I'll just send a random email out. But if I'm on Twitter, the people actually choose to follow what's happening in my life. So it's more like a targeted audience or a selected audience. So your audience actually choosing you instead of you choosing your audience.
Very good. Any other questions?
Just like you mentioned that Twitter can actually be used as a kind of business communication, right? Then what if you get some malicious customers who go to Twitter and said that your product is really very bad? Like, how can it?
It will be like blogs. When you have comments on blogs, you will actually get negative comments as well. So, and by Twitter, you can actually also reply on the comment and just give feedback as well. So
Twitter allows reply function,
yes,
is it?
add reply. And it's actually broadcast to all followers of your blog, of your Twitter account.
But when you use a blog, you can actually disable the comments function. But when you use Twitter, you can't, right?
For most business blogs like Microsoft and Dell, they actually, the whole purpose of having a blog is to hear comments. So they usually enable comments. So if you disable the blog, it kind of defeats the purpose of having a blog.
I just have concern over, like, because you completely have no control when you use Twitter over whatever other people may say. So there may be some customers who are really biased about your product and they may give comments that are unjustifiable. So like in a company perspective, how can a company actually deal with such a situation when you use Twitter to?
If I'm not wrong, Twitter actually enables you to scan or screen a message like blogs as well. So actually, Twitter is something like blog, but on a micro scale, and it's more personal because you actually get updates more often than blogs.
With only 140 letters, do you think it will be successful in the near future?
In the near future, yes, I think it will be quite successful because you know when you go to blogs, when you see a very, very, very long post, you tend to like, okay, I'll read it another time or just totally skip the whole entry. But if you're on 140 words, as a writer, you are forced to go straight to the point. And as a reader, you can actually get information very quickly.
So it's about the sound bite.